As a die-hard Flash fan, I can't believe I'm making this video. And just thinking back, honestly, just thinking back, I can't believe how long have I been watching this show. I can't believe how long I have been watching the entire CW Arrowverse shows. I mean, I seen Arrow from its very beginning. I watch Arrow from its very beginning. Um, one of my one of my first few YouTube videos was about the leaked Flash pilot that was leaked online that I actually saw, and it got me hyped for this show. Wow, I can't believe how much that pilot episode really got me hyped for the show. And I stuck with the show for 8 years. I mean, I watched season one, season two, season three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I watched them all without missing an episode. I have watched every single CW Arrowverse show without missing an episode. I even watched Stargirl and Superman and Lois from the very beginning, and I still watch them. And I have seen Naomi, and I've seen some of the other DC shows. And it was disappointing when I started to look up ratings for the Flash season 8 and saw that the average viewership for the Flash season 8 was only 604,000. That's it. 604,000. That is it. And it really begged the question. It really begged the question, should The Flash end after season 9? As we all know, The Flash got renewed for season 9. Um, Pretty much everybody renewed their contracts to season 9, with the exception of Joe West, the actor that plays Joe West. I think he's leaving the show after season 9. So if it gets renewed for a 10th season, Joe West is not going to be in it. He did not renew his contract, but everybody else renewed their contract up to season 9. And with only 604,000 viewers on average for season 8, it begs the question, like, should it end in season 9? I mean, the CW canceled Batwoman, DC Legends of Tomorrow, Naomi, and their viewerships, while lower than the Flash's, they weren't lower by much. I mean, they were only lower by 100,000 views. I think they were like in the borderline between the 300,000 to 500,000. Naomi was only averaging, I think, like 400,000. DC Legends of Tomorrow, much like the Flash, has the viewership decline throughout the seasons, and it was only around like less than 500,000. But yeah, like the Flash is right there. The Flash is right there with 604,000 views. Comparing that to the very first season that had an average of 3.84 million views. Okay. The Flash season 1 drew an average of 3.84 million views. And season 8 only drew in 604,000 views. That is a viewership loss of over 84%. That is a viewership loss of over 84%. That is insane. That's like literally almost the entire viewership spectrum. With any other any other cable channel, this show would have been canceled as soon as it dropped below the 1 million mark. Um, there are a few exceptions. Fox's Lucifer. That show got canceled after 3 seasons, and it was still pushing like 2 to 3 million viewership ratings. And that's probably why one of the reasons why Netflix picked it up was the fact that it was drawing so many people. Netflix saw the opportunity to be like, hey, we could add these 3 million, people to our streaming services. So that's probably why they picked it up, because they saw the potential to bring in an additional 3 million people. Uh, but yeah, it dropped 84%. Like, that's almost all of his viewership. And it's like, why? Like, why has it dropped so much, and why should it end in season 9? So let's just break down some of my issues with it. And one of its main focuses that the Flash kind of outstayed its welcome. The Flash got old, and the CW seems to be focusing more on Supergirl and Lois and more on Stargirl because they're getting more viewerships, and fans like the way those shows are presented. And it begs the question, like, why? Like, why are fans gravitating more towards Superman and Lois and Stargirl than they are to the Flash? If the Flash is one of the OGs, one of the originals, and it stems to how these characters are written. Like the story of the Flash. Like let's look at season 8 as a prime example of a convoluted season. A convoluted season that like didn't know where it was going. Like we had the big Armageddon crossover. We had the big Armageddon crossover. And then we got like 6 episodes of of what was it? Blackfire, was it? Was it Robbie? Oh yeah. Robbie Raymond coming back. We got a few, I think it was like 6 episodes of the Ronnie's Blackfire, which honestly I thought should have been like the main villain for the rest of the season, and then that would tease up to Blackest Night, which I thought they were gonna do, but apparently I was so wrong about that. I guess a good storytelling is uh out of the Flash's writers room, because Blackfire, it didn't last long. It was anticlimactic. It had a great build. It had a great build. And not only did it end anticlimactically, it ended with one of the Flash's beloved characters, Killer Frost, getting killed. And then we had like 2 episodes of filler with the morning, and then we jumped into the negative forces storyline, which once again was anticlimactic. It was anticlimactic. There was like almost no build up to it whatsoever. I mean, yes, they did tease it with Iris's time sickness and the negative tachyons, with actually Dion explaining what that is and stuff and such, but it felt anticlimactic. It didn't felt like a complete build up. And apparently fans agreed, and this has been a common issue with the fans. This has been a common issue with the Flash in general. Is it's anticlimactic, like storytelling. It's storytelling that poorly adapts the source material. It poorly adapts the source material, and not only does it poorly adapt it, everything is anticlimactic. Like there's no sense of urgency. There's no sense of urgency. There's no sense of depth. And there's no real gain. Everything's just anticlimactic. It's it's sad because the actors that play these characters are great. Like the acting is great. But it's just the way these characters are written. And sadly, the Flash has fallen into not only poorly adaptive comic book stories, but it has gotten so bad with the CW tropes. Now, anybody who watched the CW since its conception knows that the CW is very dramatized. This dates back to pre CW. This even dates back to when CW was WB, and before they merged with actually UPN. You had shows like Smallville, Birds of Prey, um, Buffy no, actually no, I think Buffy the Vampire Slayer was in UPN. I think that show was in UPN if I remember. But yeah, you had these shows that focused a lot on drama. It was overly dramatized, focused too much on personal relationships and personal problems. It's like this is a superhero show. Like, yes, there are growing pains with superhero shows with the origins and stuff like that. You need to establish that. And that comes with its own set of drama. But when you focus too much on the drama and not focusing on integrating the storylines of the source material into your show in a way that it feels like an organic progression and not too much of drama, a lot of this is why we get viewership declines like we did in the Flash. And with 85% of his viewership, almost 85%, it's like 84.823333. So it's like rounded up to 85% viewership loss. Yeah, you get that. Um and this is a common problem. I mean, look at DC's Legends of Tomorrow. They the later seasons focused a lot on Sarah and Ava's relationship. It focused a lot on it, and I felt like it focused a little too much on it. It focused a lot on personal things, but you might be guessing, like, wait a minute. Superman and Lois got drama in it. Stargirl got drama in it. And yes, they do have drama. They have a lot of drama. But the drama, I feel like it's better balanced than The Flash. It's a lot more balanced. And Superman and Lois, um, if you looked at season 2, yes, it was personal drama, but when it got to the action and saving the day and the superhero stuff, it did that with flying colors. And the same thing with Stargirl. Even though Stargirl focused a lot on drama, when it came to to get the staff, get the costumes on, and do the superhero stuff, it did it perfectly. But the Flash, even the superhero stuff was actually drama. With actually Iris was like, oh, I gotta re-spark my love for Barry and use that to get out of the time stone and stop Barry from making all these mistakes that will make him just like the Reverse Flash. Like, really? Like, really? That's like over dramatizing it unnecessarily. And it's bad enough that you over dramatized it, but then you didn't even get the storyline a good amount of episodes to really develop. Yeah, it's crazy, but that's why I think the Flash should end in season 9. It's just the drama is getting too much. These poor adaptations is getting too much. The way this series is structured is too much. I mean, look at this. You had 3 major storylines in one season. You had the Armageddon storyline, and then you had the Blackfire storyline, and then you had the Negative Forces storyline, and the Negative Forces storyline tried to like overlap the entire season 8, and it's like, what? Like, whoa, like, what is going on here? What is going on here? So, what do you think, guys? You think the Flash should end in season 9? You think the Flash should have ended with Crisis on Infinite Earth, which what a lot of people assumed the Flash was going to end because they kind of advertised that with the Flash will die in Crisis, and then they kind of did a 180 and killed 90s Flash because they said the Flash is supposed to die in Crisis, but they didn't say which Flash, and we have infinite universes of Flashes that we could kill off, so we decided to kill off 90s Flash. It's crazy. Like, what are your thoughts, guys? I mean, obviously, It's gonna be a lot of division. So please keep the comments respectful as always. And once again, guys, um, I have started an Amazon affiliate. So if you will please, anybody watch this video, if you guys are gonna purchase anything off of Amazon.com, please use my Amazon affiliate. It will help out with this channel. Like, share, subscribe if you want more of these discussions, I guess you would like to call it, about comic book shows and TV shows. I know I've been focusing a lot on gaming, but I am gonna do more of these comic book shows because I love comic books and stuff like that. And as always, guys, once again, have a awesome day. Have a happy 4th of July weekend. Stay safe. Stay cool. Have a good night.